Hello YouTube, my name is Nero. Today we have some more Black Ops 3 Zombies. Today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty World War II, because the Zombies reveal, as you guys know, is right around the corner, and the trailer itself has been leaked. Now, as with all leaked content, I cannot show you the trailer here in this video, but what I'm going to go ahead and do is describe what we saw in the trailer, because I definitely think it sets up this Nazi zombie horror experience that they have been describing to us over the past couple of months. So the trailer itself was very, very dark. It starts off with a German narrator of some sort, we can't say exactly who it is, who says, "The war is lost, but the Führer's future is alive. From the flesh of our flesh, blood of our blood, I have forged the symbol of the glorious Fourth Reich." And then we start seeing some amazing cinematic shots of what I assume is a city in Germany, and we can't actually be sure. We see three characters with guns walking through the city, juxtaposed with the very calm, old-timey music that just works so well in horror movies and games. One would assume these are going to be the characters that we are going to be playing as, but the trailer did not really show them in great detail. Now, Sledgehammer Games has come out and said that this is likely not the final trailer, but they're still working on it, so we're going to have to see how that actually plays out. I've seen the entire thing, so we're going to see if this is what we see, of course, at this year's Comic-Con. But we keep seeing more shots of a very dark underground area, basements covered in blood and hooks and stuff like that, and then it happens. The zombies action kicks in. We see our characters surviving against the zombies with bars and double-barrel shotguns, and we see what I assume is a giant boss zombie. It's very unsettling because he lets off this giant screech and he's covered in flames, but it looks like he has a flamethrower himself. Looks like he has a giant axe. Like, I have no idea what this giant abomination is supposed to be, but it appears there are going to be boss zombies in Call of Duty World War II. The zombies in this game are also various levels of decayed. Some of them are actually very well resembling German soldiers in uniform, like they just look like Nazi zombies. Other ones are just like husks of meat with no arms, violently running at you in these weird motions that is really, really unsettling. The trailer itself invokes a very serious sense of darkness and horror. It's in no way trying to pass this off as a fun game mode arcade style thing like maybe we see in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Not to say that Black Ops 3 is like for kids or anything like that, but I'm just saying like this is not supposed to be arcadey whatsoever. There are no funny anecdotes between the cast of characters that we barely see, by the way. The entire focus of the Zombies trailer itself is how dark the entire experience is going to be. Our German narrator then comes up to say, "I'm building more than just soldiers. I've created the devil himself." We then see very fast shots of different zombies zoomed in at various angles. One of them was very interesting. So as I said, there's like a bunch of these zombies that are basically just husks of meat. Well, there was one zombie, we got a quick shot of his back, where basically this zombie is being held together by metal and almost looked like he had an exosuit, which I think may be a bit of an Easter egg, honestly. We also see some gameplay aspects, or at least one such aspect. It was a turret, I'm going to call it. It was basically this placeable turret on the ground that was shooting fire at a bunch of zombies. I assume this is going to be something we can acquire, perhaps a buildable or an ability of some sort. We then see the name, Army of the Dead, which honestly is a little bit underwhelming, right? Because there's like lots of zombie games that have a very similar name to that. I was hoping for something different. We can't tell whether or not this is going to be the name of the mode or if it's going to be the name of the first map, because the entirety of the first map, the entire trailer, I should say, appeared to be the same map. It was basically like this city. I assume it was Germany. I can't tell. I mean, the trailer itself had a giant watermark over it, and it was also like posted to Twitter, and so it was not very easy to see. It's not as if it was like, you know, full 1080p 60 like you see here on my channel, where everything is pretty much crystal clear. Quite the opposite, actually. So Army of the Dead is going to be the zombies experience in Call of Duty World War II, and honestly, it looks really, really good from a cinematic perspective. Keep in mind, the trailer that we saw was basically just that. It was a cinematic perspective. We didn't really see any gameplay or gameplay aspects. We don't know much about the characters in the game. We don't know how the weapons are going to work. We did see some weapons, right? We saw double-barrel shotguns. We saw, of course, the bar and different guns being used, but we don't know how the if the weapons are going to be coming off of the wall like we see in traditional zombies. We don't know if there's going to be a mystery box. We don't know how perks or level ups are going to work. They did show the same couple of these, I'm going to call them chambers, throughout the entire trailer. I wonder if those are going to be where we get these power-ups. And going back to Advanced Warfare, they were kind of similar to the perk machines that we of course see in Treyarch Zombies, but I imagine Call of Duty World War II Zombies is going to be a bit different in that respect. And I'm very interested to learn more, man. I mean, I wish I could show you guys the trailer. I can try to link you guys to the trailer down there in the description for those of you who would like to actually go ahead and see it, but Sledgehammer Games is trying to encourage people to not do that. Michael Condrey put this on Twitter: "We're working hard to finish the official Nazi Zombies trailer. Please respect the craft and avoid spoilers today. Final trailer coming soon." Then, of course, Sledgehammer Games said pretty much the same thing, that they're working on the Zombies trailer. So chances are what I saw today was an early edition of the trailer, so hopefully more information will become available at this year's Comic-Con when they give us the full final trailer, which will hopefully flesh out maybe the characters a little bit more or what's actually going to be happening. And I tried my best to not spoil everything here with this particular video. Michael Condrey did say to please respect the craft and avoid spoilers, because as I'm a YouTuber, right? And I guess I can kind of commiserate with these guys a little bit here. Like, I don't like when people like spoil your stuff almost. Like, you want people to actually experience it. Like, you worked really hard on something, and to have it kind of like just leak a couple of days before, I can sympathize with them, I suppose. I understand like where they're coming from here. But really, all I described here in this video is the setting, the mood, the feel of this Zombies experience. It sounds pretty freaking good, man. It looked freaking good as well. It looked very, very dark. And I'm not saying that just as like, you know, it was hard to see, which it was hard to see at times. But also it's a horror game. It doesn't look like it's going to be, you know, a fun-loving zombies cast of characters. It's not going to be all goofy and stuff like that. Like, I don't know much about Infinite Warfare Zombies, but to my understanding, it's lots of jokes, lots of fun is had in Infinite Warfare Zombies. This appears to be a polar opposite, so that definitely sounds pretty awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for you guys here in this video. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on Call of Duty World War II Zombies down there in the comment section below. And for those that don't know, just to end off the video here, we will be learning more about Zombies, the official trailer and everything, at this year's Comic-Con, July 20th. We are 5 days away, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.